Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome to the channel, Kicking with Key. What you know good. If it's good, what you know, then it's the place for sure. If you're new here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, man. Join the kickback with me, and let's get into the video. So today, I'm gonna give y'all a story time. This story is about how I got expelled orientation freshman year for fighting with my mom. So this day, it was ending of the summer. This about 2004. Maybe 05, something like that. I was around like 13 or just about to turn 13. No, 14. And 6th through 8th grade, I was getting in a whole lot of trouble. Like constantly fighting, constantly getting suspended from school, expelled, suspended for the rest of the year. So I was a troubled kid, basically. So my mom and my dad give me a final chance to be like, yo, if you could show us you could be a normal kid, then you could stay here. But if you can't, anything else, we moving you. And they was gonna move me to this small city called Port Huron, about 3 hours away from where I'm from. So I'm on my last leg, so I'm gonna give y'all a backstory. 6th through 8th grade, I started this little group called Dynasty, or D Squad, whatever you wanna call it. You know, back in middle school, everybody had groups, cliques, whatever you wanna call it. And then there was another group called Infamous. So of course, they was our rivals, basically. So we had our little fits back and forth, our little tussles here and there, whatever the case may be. So we had beef, you could call it. So the day start off like any other day. I wake up, cool, I know I gotta go to orientation. I'm calling all my homies like, yo, is you gonna be at orientation? We geek, we ready to see what the girls look like, what the school look like, cause it's an actual campus. Freshman campus, East Kenwood freshman campus. It's its own separate building. Then 10 through 12, they got their own separate building. So we excited to go and see what the building is like. I'm trying to keep my cool because I'm actually a lot more excited than everybody else because this is my chance to stay. So like I gotta prove that I could be good, that this can work. So after I get off the phone, I find my outfit. I stayed probably 100 steps from East Kenwood. I stayed right on the corner, like a block away from East Kenwood. So I walk up to orientation, and my mom, no, I didn't walk. My mom takes me to orientation because, you know, she trying to keep an eye on me like, nah, you ain't finna go up here acting a fool how you normally do. So she take me up to orientation. I go in, she stay in the car. Register, I'm walking through the halls, I'm seeing my homies, they like, hey yo, we gonna be here, this where we gonna post up, we go upstairs, we checking out the vending machines, we doing everything, how anybody else would do on orientation, seeing a new school. So, once we walking through the halls, I forget who I was with. This was so long ago, but my homies, everybody who was with D Squad, and if you know about them, then you know who was most likely with me. So we walking through the halls. We just so happened to see a couple guys from Infamous. So we mean mugging each other, getting stares back and forth, whatever. We let it go. In my mind, I know I can't get in trouble or else I'm getting moved. So I drop it. Once we get done going through the school, looking through everything, we outside, we posted up. Infamous just so happened to be out there. And there was two guys from Infamous. I ain't gonna say their real names, but shout out to y'all. Y'all know who y'all is. We gonna call them SM and Nook. I'll just call them Nook. So SM and Nook, I guess you could say they was kind of like the leaders of their group, or I just seen them the most. I don't remember. We was kids, but those was the two that we got into. So we end up exchanging words. Mind you, my mom is in the parking lot waiting for me. She can see us outside. We exchanging words. One thing led to another. Fists end up flying. But it's only me fighting. So I'm fighting two people, SM and Nook. And I think we only threw a couple punches, just like, it wasn't even nothing crazy. Like nobody was like, had hella damage all over their face or anything like that. We was just like a light little scuffle because I'm actually dancing around because it's two of them. So I'm going from him, getting back, going to him, getting back, going to him. And then while I'm going to one person, The next thing I know, I see a little light skin blur on the side of my right side. Like, yeah, cause they were facing back towards the building. My back was towards the parking lot. So as I'm facing him over here and he's probably coming up to help him, I see a light skin blur come on my right side. And it happened so fast. And next thing you hear is boom. Me and dude so shocked, I think it was it was me and SM who was right here. And it was Nook who was coming up. Me and SM so shocked, mid-fight, we both stopped. Look over, all you see is my 5'1", 5'2" mom grabbing this kid. We're the same age. He's a kid, he's somebody's kid. Grabbing this kid by the throat and banging his head against the front of the school door's glass door. Like, what are you doing, lady? What are you doing? It wasn't even like I was losing or they was winning or they was whooping me or nothing. Like, it wasn't like that. Like, I really didn't even need her help. Like, I was actually holding my own. But the funny part about it is all you hear is her, y'all ain't gonna jump my son. ... Going wild, right? So I'm like, Ma, it's cool. Like, we don't even fight no more. Another punch ain't even thrown. I gotta grab my mom off of this kid, Nook, who was getting his big ass head banged against the front of the school doors by my mom. Like, yo, I grab her off and we leave, right? So I'm thinking like, okay, it really wasn't my fault. They gonna give me another chance because it was 2 against 1. I didn't start it. My mom, she actually helped to jump in. No, they didn't give me another chance. The school basically called my mom, was like, hey, yo, we know who it was. Like, don't even worry about him coming to this school. Like, he expelled, he can't even step foot on the grounds at all. I knew I was expelled because I tried to go to Swirl later on that year in February. So this is around August, I should say. So around like February, I tried to come back down, go to Swirl, and I couldn't get let in. I'll save that for another story. That's a whole nother story. That was wild. Like, they already knew my name and the security guards knew my name. Mind you, I never even went to the school. But anyway, we get back home. My mom asking me, what was that about? Of course, I don't tell her it's because of these stupid little groups that we in and we beefing for God knows what, whatever the case may be. So I just tell her, I don't know, it was random. They was messing with me, so I had to defend myself. And she like, then why they were so adamant on trying to jump you? And I gotta give her the run around and spinning her like, oh, I don't know. But she kind of giving me the side eye because she like, you've been getting into a lot of stuff since 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. Like, you just was suspended for the rest of the year, 8th grade. Like, 8th grade, I was just suspended for the rest of the year. But that's another story. I'll let y'all know about that one too. But anyway, they end up expelling me from East Kenwood Orientation. And that was my last straw. They ended up moving me to Port Huron that summer. Literally that summer, I had to move to Port Huron. Like, we packed up everything and left. And I guess they thought it was gonna help me, like, stay out of trouble. But I ended up getting in more trouble in Port Huron than I did here in my city. The crazy part about it, which I'm gonna give y'all those stories too. Like, they thought that was gonna help me. That was actually part of our downfall. Not only mine, but my family's too. So, and I got plenty stories like that, man. The moral of the story is, if you going to school, go to school for school. Don't go to school trying to be cool. Don't fight everybody. Everybody's not fighting you. Don't try to think you the biggest Billy badass, because my mom always told me, which I come to find out later, you bad, but it's always someone badder. You think you tough, but it's always someone tougher. And fighting ain't gonna get you nothing but a bad reputation. People gonna be scared of you and somebody gonna hurt you because you're gonna think you can put their hands on somebody's kid and somebody gonna do you something bad. That's the moral of the story, man. Just keep your hands to yourself. Stay focused on the bigger picture and the goals that you set out for yourself, and continue to grow. But I had to learn the hard way. Good thing I woke up a couple of years down the line. But yeah, man, lesson learned, man. Don't follow the cool kids, man, because That shit don't mean nothing when you out of school. You the cool kid, the tough guy. That don't get you no money, and it damn sure don't get you further in life. So take it from me. But anyway, man, that's story time. That's Kicking It with Key, man. So if you like this video, make sure you comment, like, subscribe. Come join the kickback with me, you know, and I got plenty more stories to go.